I find one of the most underrated factors when we design leadership programs is the learner motivation factor. I'm talking about the drive, the desire, the motivation of the participant to learn. It's something I think a lot about because I realize that a highly motivated individual who watches a YouTube video on some leadership concept is likely to grow and learn more as a leader compared to an individual who's not so motivated but gets to go to some fancy leadership program that costs a lot of money and takes a lot of time. The difference there is the motivation to learn. So this sounds like a no-brainer, but my experience has been that most organizations for some reason don't account for learner motivation when they put together programs. Typically the process of launching or running a leadership program is we realize that, hey, we need to invest in leadership skills, and we spend a lot of time figuring out what skills to teach. And we spend a lot of time thinking about how to best to teach it. So what method of delivery. And those two factors are important and determine the success of the learning program, sure. But we don't do anything to assess if the target audience we have for the program are motivated to learn in that moment in time. Because it's probably true that generally the people in your organizations have a growth mindset. That's what you recruited them for. And that they all generally want to grow and progress in their career. But whether or not they are motivated to learn in that moment of time is determined by two factors. One is whether or not they're trying to solve a problem. People are highly motivated to learn when they have a painful problem they're trying to solve for by learning. Second one could be that the person has a meaningful goal that they're trying to achieve. They're passionate about something, they really want to achieve this goal, and so they go out there and seek theory and content and lessons to help them achieve that goal. The bigger the problem, the more painful the problem, the more motivated the individual. The more meaningful the goal, the more motivated the individual. So how do you incorporate learner motivation? How do you assess for learner motivation when you're running a program? The easiest thing to do is to have a selection process for your program. That means not making your program accessible to everybody who want to come into the program, and definitely not making it mandatory for everybody. Instead, have a selection process. So get people to apply into your program, and in that application process, it could be an online form. Ask them what their motivation is to learn, to attend the program. And that does two things. One is it helps the learner, the participant, really anchor in why they want to learn. Right? So they might just join in thinking like, yeah, I'm a manager, I should join a management program, for instance. But when they actually go through the process of articulating why it matters to them, even they start to realize like, this is why this is important to me. And they start anchoring in that sense of purpose and are motivated to learn. The second reason is, of course, for you to assess whether or not the people coming into your program are motivated to learn, right? Given how important that is as a factor to the success of your program. Now, a selection process does mean that you need to sell your program, you need to promote your program to your employees or to the community you're offering it to. So that's a bit of work, and assuming you do the promotion and selling properly, effectively, and you're not getting enough people signing up for the program and coming for the program because they can't be bothered to go through the selection process, it could mean that people are not yet motivated to learn what you have to offer in the program. And that's a good sign that maybe the program, it's not the right time to run it now, or maybe it's not really addressing what is most painful for them or what they're most passionate about trying to achieve at the moment.